Good morning, Steve Phillips here with Restately. Another year is approaching, and it is the 1st of October. I am tracking some of my progressions that I made from last year and have come somewhat of a long way, continuing to work on my creation and my company Restately, which I haven't really identified exactly what it is, but did want to share an update to hopefully help everyone be able to accomplish their goals as well. And part of what my plan has been to do is this is the beginning of the fourth quarter. So I'm trying to establish a lot of my goals for the new year now to figure out sort of what is feasible and what will stick and what will become a routine rather than burning 3 months of the new year sort of figuring out that my goals were overly ambitious or unrealistic. And I find I often sort of catch a rut there where if I don't continue the really hard goals that I set for myself, I start to fall down the hill a little bit and continue to tumble rather than coming up with something that's perhaps a little bit more realistic. And the theme I have for setting my new goals is to focus on consistency and quality over quantity. For example, trying to come up with a consistent routine that you can do every day, be it getting up at 7 a.m., getting dressed, getting into the office, getting ready, writing, eating healthier, and having these occur in smaller increments rather than all at once to the full extreme, like getting up at 5 a.m., working out, eating on limited calories, and trying to work 12 hours a day nonstop and pack in everything that you've ever wanted to do, like journaling and reading and writing and starting video blogs and making all your phone calls and all your businesses and just trying to make every promise you've ever kept to yourself all at once really, I think, almost just sort of sets you up for failure. So, part of what I'm doing is to try to take smaller steps and work towards the goal. And if for whatever reason you're missing or not making those steps. I just want to get back right where I left off and continue on. So if you stop exercising or working out for a week or a month, it is what it is. Just try to pick back up where you left off because that's the great thing about what we can do is just pick right back up where we left off. So smaller increments, I think, will be my focus this year. And just as an example, one of my goals is to try to get into the office at 7 a.m. And in my mind, I want to be in the office every day at 7 a.m. working nonstop for the next 16 months or as long as it takes to achieve my goals. And on some aspect, look, that may be a little ridiculous. And I could be setting myself up for failure or burning out. But I look at things that I can really control. And I can't always control how many sales I'm going to have or whether the calls and clients I work with are going to be receptive and easy to work with and everything on all of my sales transactions is going to go smoothly. There's so many things out there that I can't control. So I really want to prioritize the things that I can control. And one thing I can control is trying to get up early. And that's also a balance because sometimes if you get up too early, it's you almost feel like you're less productive because you're sort of dragging through the day and you're tired. So, but it's something I can work on. Can I go to bed earlier? Can I eat better to have more energy throughout the day? Am I staying up too late? And do I need to turn off the screens before bed and read more? And those are at least things I can play around with and adjust. But at the same time, maybe I could just say, you know what, get up at 7 a.m. You're going to be tired, or get up at 5, get into the office at 7. You'll be tired, but you'll work through it. You'll have a couple cups of coffee. And once things start to pick up, you really won't be as tired as you thought. And that's kind of one of the things that I'm sort of banking on that I think has worked well. But it's really that kind of consistency because I'm sure at some point along the way I may go for 2 weeks or a month or a day or 3 months and I might miss it. But and I sometimes that sort of takes a lot of momentum and steam out of my agenda. So for whatever reason I miss that. I just want to get right back on track and pick up where I left off and not let that completely throw off all the other goals and ambitions and things I have to track. So it is kind of cool. I think last time I was doing these, I was sitting either in my basement apartment or somewhere else. And I do have my own office now, which is pretty cool. There's tons of space here, and I'm super comfortable and happy. So it is kind of nice to look back in the long things. A lot of times you feel like you're not progressing, But once you look back over the grand scheme, things really have changed. So I do want to try to incrementally update myself just to track that sort of progression, to find out what small tweaks can I make to make those progressions even more common and even greater. So I think that is my momentum for the day. I hope some of that carries off with you as well, and I hope to come back shortly for another update.